What I'm assuming, if you're listening to a speech like this, is that there was a time that you witnessed your artist friend show you their work and you look at it in amazement. You followed up with, "Wow, that looks so good." But then you bookend it with, "I wish I could be as good as you, but I'm not an artist, or artistic, or good. I can't draw, or paint. It's just too hard." And my personal favorite,
I have no talent.
I'm going to tell you right here and now that you are in fact very talented. In making artwork, like anything else in life, if you put your mind to it, you just might surprise yourself at how good you actually are. I wanted to also tell you that the artwork that I expect you to make by following this isn't the Sistine Chapel. I will demonstrate with this video using oil paint and pencil, since that's my forte, but this process applies to practically every form of artwork, from watercolor to ceramic. The following demonstration will only involve 3 things on your part: inspiration, learning, and determination. This isn't going to be a formal how to draw this or like this, and I won't teach you how to draw anything specifically. I want to show you the process, where all you need to draw and paint is some practice and passion. So your first step is searching for inspiration. What inspires you? We all have something that inspires us to do what we do, and a large part of making artwork consists of finding ways to incorporate that in. Whatever ideas, emotions, or items will be reflected in some shape or form within your piece. For example, do you like painting, using charcoal or graphite, or do you prefer to use digital? An integral part of making art is to begin by taking note of all the things that you want to create. What you're inspired by will therefore influence anything that you'll want to use in order to make your artwork. You're going to need something to draw and paint on after all. So get whatever you need, whether it's just a big canvas, a digital tablet, your wall, that table, your car, or just a simple sketchbook. Anything that you can use to draw or paint on is perfectly acceptable. The fanciest equipment on its own won't make you a very skilled artist. Your proficiency with these tools, though, will. So step 2, therefore, is all about learning through studying and practice then. Here's where all those lessons your high school art teacher factor in. Now it's the time to learn and brush up on all of those art elements, art principles, and artist techniques that you've heard and seen. Things like taking your different brushes and pencils and looking at them and taking note of what they can do is just one example. This isn't the time to be making a masterpiece right now. You're just experimenting. You're taking your brush or pencil and using them in part to see what doesn't and doesn't suit you as an artist. For example, if you're painting, take a moment to step back from your canvas and study what you're doing. Notice how your colors look. How are you blending things together? What effects are you creating with your brushes on the canvas? And so on. Same with drawing. If I push hard or soft on the paper, notice how your line weight will change. Notice how light or dark different grades of graphite might make my lines look, and how they create value. If you're having trouble, try looking up other works or references, and take note of what you see. Even the masters use references for their works, and especially starting out, you're free to use as many as you want within your work. Just no tracing. Doing everything from warm-up sketches, to following tutorials online, to drawing studies is a process consisting of you experimenting with your art tools and you actively practicing and making work. By creating and making more stuff, you're therefore learning more about the media that you're using, which will correlate to your art skills improving, which in turn will make you become more freer to create whatever you want, using whatever you want and however you see it. Experimentation and having fun is critical during this part. This will lead to you eventually finding your own voice and art style. This final point is vital. This shouldn't be stressful. The art making process should be fun, and it should remain fun because it's something that you're doing because you love to do it. Make your art look like how you want it to look, not strictly based on how you think that they should look. I don't believe you'll ever find an artist that reaches a peak, because being an artist is about running back through all of these steps and striving to be better. Practice is a huge part of this process. And as you keep building your body of artwork, you're going to notice improvement. I constantly look back at all of my previous works and I see the imperfections in all of them, even the ones that I were proud of at the time. And every time I do, I take note of it and use it in order to improve upon it in the next piece that I make. That's my way of keeping track of my own progress in my own artwork. And yeah, I know much of what I just outlined just seems like, oh, now you do this, and now you're off to painting the Mona Lisa. But the purpose of what I just outlined here is that so you can take these points that I said, run them back, And use this process as a way to not get discouraged at creating art that you want to make. Part of being an artist is the inherent lack of structure to create your vision on how you view your subject. Whatever is your passion, just create it. Learn as you do, and if you stick to it, you are guaranteed to improve. And soon people are going to look at you and be like, wow, look at what he can do. For this process to work, you must believe in yourself. You do have the creativity because you're human, and creativity can strike at all times.
No one can quite say what the creative process is, because I have nothing to do with it almost, because it's created in space. It's God's work, not mine.
I hope now that you've seen all of these steps, you now see that art making is really just a process, one that should be fun and easy. Remember, no one artist becomes talented overnight, and I have faith that anybody can. It's all down to how much work you want to put in it. If you love art, it's gonna love you back. Now go make me proud.